Few experiences are as universally painful as heartbreak. Whether from a breakup, unrequited love, or betrayal, the anguish feels both emotionally crushing and physically real. But what if this pain isn't just in your head? What if there's a hidden science to heartbreak? A 2011 neuroimaging study published in the Journal of Neurophysiology showed that social rejection activates the same brain regions as physical pain. Using fMRI scans, researchers measured activity in 153 distinct brain regions while participants performed a simple hand motor task. They found that the anterior cingulate cortex, which processes pain, lights up during social rejection, while the right ventrolateral prefrontal cortex, which regulates pain, becomes active during both social and physical pain. But why does rejection hurt so much? One explanation is that our brains process social threats like rejection and physical threats like pain in the same way. After all, social rejection can be life-threatening for our ancestors who depended on groups for survival. So our brains evolved to respond to social rejection with the same intensity as physical danger. Another reason is that the brain doesn't distinguish between different types of pain. Whether physical or emotional, pain signals activate the same neurons. This means that heartbreak can trigger a measurable stress response in the body, including a surge in the stress hormone cortisol, which can weaken immunity and disrupt sleep. No wonder heartbreak can literally make you sick. In fact, romantic rejection activates the same reward system in the brain as drug addiction. When we fall in love, our brains flood with dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter. This creates a dependency. So when the relationship ends, the sudden drop in dopamine creates withdrawal symptoms, including obsessive thoughts and cravings for an ex. That's why no contact isn't just good advice. It's a biological reset. Just as people with substance use disorder need time to detox, we need time to readjust to a world without our ex. But how long does it take to heal? Research suggests a 3-stage healing process. Withdrawal weeks 1-2, the brain protests the loss, fixating on memories and ruminating over what went wrong. Adjustment weeks 3-6, neuroplasticity begins. The brain starts rewiring new habits and replacing the old ones. Recovery week 6+, new routines like exercise or hobbies rebuild dopamine naturally, helping you feel motivated and rewarded without a partner. Of course, everyone heals at their own pace. Some may take longer to recover, while others may experience setbacks. But understanding these stages can help us heal smarter. For example, one way to speed up recovery is to replace, don't erase. A study published in the Journal of Graduate Medical Education found that people who had new experiences after a breakup showed greater neuroplasticity than those who focused on negative memories. In other words, don't dwell on the past. Create new experiences to help rewire your brain. This doesn't mean you have to dive into a new relationship. It just means trying that new restaurant you've been eyeing or taking up that painting class. It's about replacing the neural pathways associated with your ex with new memories. Another tip is to avoid pain shopping. It's tempting to reread old texts or stalk social media, but these behaviors reactivate the pain pathway in the brain. Instead, focus on the present moment. Go for walks, listen to music, anything that helps you stay grounded. Finally, reframe the narrative. Writing about the breakup from a third-person perspective can help. In a study published in Clinical Psychology Review, this technique reduced distress and increased positive emotions. Taking this approach can help you see your experience more objectively, almost like you're reading a story. This can help you make sense of the pain and move forward. Healing from heartbreak isn't easy, but it's possible. By understanding the science of heartbreak, we can transform pain into power, turning a negative experience into an opportunity for growth. And remember, you're not alone. There's strength in vulnerability. Reach out to friends, family, or a therapist for support. Heartbreak may be universal, but so is healing. With time and the right support, you'll get through this. If you find this video helpful, share it with someone who needs it. Until next time, thanks for watching.